So today I had the craving for rice cereal treats and I wanted to make it a little bit more special. And I thought, well, dark chocolate and orange go really well together, so that's what I'll do. So I started here by peeling an orange, and I want to make some candied orange peels. Now this isn't the sharpest peeler of all, so you can see I'm having a little bit of difficulty with it. But what you want to do is to peel the rind off a navel orange and just go around the whole orange, peeling off the rind. You don't want a lot of the white, just the rind. And then when you're done with that, just set your orange aside. And then I'm going to stack up all the peels as best I can. Pull off that label and whatever else you might have forgotten. Okay, so stack it up and then just cut them into thin strips because I want these to be little garnishes for my crispy treats. I have a pot of water boiling on the stove. And when that comes up to a full boil, I'm going to go ahead and take my orange peels and put them right in. So there you have it. And I'm going to boil these for 1 minute. After you've boiled them for a minute, you're going to rinse them in cold water. And I have another pot of water on the stove. I'm going to turn that on and get that boiling while I'm rinsing these. And then I'm going to just repeat this process. I'm going to go ahead and reset my timer for a minute. Put my orange peels, into the pot of boiling water. And after a minute, I'm going to go ahead and rinse those. Put some cold water into it. Now for the third one, I'm going to take a half a cup of cold water and 3/4 cup of sugar and put it all into the pan. And I'm going to turn my flame on and get this boiling. So when this comes to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and put my orange peels in, and I'm going to turn my stovetop down to simmer because you don't want these to boil. And then I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. And I'm going to let these just simmer for 15 minutes. So it's about halfway through and you can see that the liquid is starting to get thick and the orange peels are softening. So when these are done, I've spread out some fine sugar on a parchment paper and I'm going to pull my orange peels out of the hot liquid. And use your tongs because it's really hot now. And just take your orange peels and put them right on your sugar. Now you don't have to coat your orange peels with sugar. I just thought it would look kind of sparkly and festive. So I'm just going to kind of lightly roll them in the sugar, and then I'm going to pull each little orange peel out and set it aside. They need to dry. Oh, I wonder what it would look like if I just twisted it. I'd like to twist it before I put it on top of my rice cereal treat at the end. Yeah, that'd look cute. Okay, so I have them all setting on a little board and I want them to dry while I'm doing the rest of the little dessert here. So now I have a pretty good sized pan because I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff into it. And I'm going to start out by putting a half a stick of butter. Butter. How can you go wrong? Okay. And I'm going to get that melted down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in a bag of mini marshmallows. I just put the whole bag in there. And I'm going to stir that and let it melt down. And it should become a nice liquid pretty soon. And once it does, you can add your rice cereal. Oh, kind of got it all over. That's fine. That's part of cooking. Okay, so I'm going to stir my rice cereal, and I'm going to coat every bit of it with that thick marshmallow, and you can see down in the bottom. Well, here you go. Okay, now you can see it's really thick at the bottom. It's kind of hard to try to move that marshmallow up and get everything coated. But when you do, you're going to pat it into a pan. This one is, I think, 9" by 9" by 2 inches, but you can use a bigger one if you want. These are going to be kind of thick. Just use whatever pan you have. Use a hot mitt because that pan's hot too. Okay, so you're going to just spread it into your pan. Here's a little tip. Spray your hand with oil and just smush it in there with your hands. Sometimes the hands are the best tool. Now I have a package of dark chocolate, and I'm going to put in about a tablespoon of oil and microwave this for 1 minute. When you get it out, it may just look like what you put in, but stir it. If you microwave too long, it's going to seize up and get all clumpy and gross, and you don't want that. So you just stir it down until it's liquidy and smooth. Then you just simply pour it on top of your rice cereal treats. Smooth it all out, and then the whole thing's going to go into the refrigerator so that chocolate becomes hardened again. It may take about 2.5 to 3 hours. In the meantime, we're going to make our glaze. Just spread it all over. That looks yummy. And then this is what it looks like when it's done. Oops, here you go. Okay, that goes in the refrigerator. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make your glaze. I think you're really going to like this too. It's about 1/4 cup of your orange marmalade, nice good orange marmalade. And here we go. This is the surprise ingredient. About a teaspoon of dark rum. Ah, is that good? You can use a little more, or if you want, you can leave it out altogether. If you don't like rum, or if you don't want to cook with the alcohol, it'll be perfectly good without the rum. But I just think it adds a little bit of complexity to the orange marmalade. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to put a piece of wax paper out and tip my Rice Krispie treats out onto the wax paper. Run your knife around the edge so you can loosen it from the pan. And then just tip it out. Oh shoot. Okay, you're going to have to put a board or something under it so that you can cut it. There we go. Alright, then you're just going to cut through your rice cereal bars here with the chocolate already on the bottom. And all I do is I cut down to bite-sized pieces. These are thick, so it's going to be more than a bite size. And then I turn my board around and cut back through it going the other way so that you have nice squares. Okay, I have one little cut here left, so you can kind of see how it'll be all squares. They kind of fall off there at the edge, but that's okay. You can just kind of nibble on those as you go. Alright, now I'm just going to paint on my glaze. Excuse me. I'm going to paint on the glaze with a silicone pastry brush, and these brushes are fantastic. They work so well. They wash up easily. So I'm going to go over the entire top of my rice cereal treats with the glaze, with the rum orange marmalade glaze. You want to put it on pretty thick because you want that flavor. It's so yummy. Just the anticipation of eating it. Oh, It's going to be so good. Cover every little bit of the top and use all the glaze that you have. Just go over every little morsel. Alright, so when you have everything covered, you want to get your candied orange peels. And you're just going to put one candied orange peel on every square. If you want to twist it and make it look all fancy, go for it. One orange peel on every square. That orange peel is just going to give you a burst of flavor. It's going to be so good. So there they are. The rice treats with chocolate and orange marmalade. Doesn't that look cute? You can package these up into little snack bags and freeze them, and you'll have them whenever you want. So I hope you'll try these. They're so delicious and unexpected. Dark chocolate, orange rum.